The Shark Deck.
Johnny Mac with your daily comedy news. Late night continues to be off because of the writer's strike. I'll tell you, chatbot is getting pretty good. Listen to this set. Did you see Martha Stewart? She's going to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition. Finally, a swimsuit model that knows how to make a killer apple pie and fold a fitted sheet. Martha Stewart on the cover of SI Swimsuit Edition? That's like mixing kale smoothies with margaritas. Move over, supermodels. Martha Stewart is here to show off her secret recipe for a beach-ready body. Spoiler alert, it involves a lot of gardening, DIY crafts, and perfectly arranged fruit platters. She'll also show you how to make a bikini out of recycled tea towels and turn heads at your next beach outing. Did you see the beer ad everyone's mad about? No, not that one. The other one. Alana Glazer is a comedian. That's why I'm talking about this beer commercial. It's for Miller Lite, and the whole gist of the commercial is to create fertilizer from old sexist beer advertising, meaning those with scantily clad women. The internet is losing their minds about this commercial. LateBot said, beer commercials often feature women in bikinis frolicking on the beach. I guess the marketing strategy is to make us associate the product with two things we love, A, beautiful women, and B, sunbirds. But seriously, if beer automatically attracted women in bikinis, wouldn't the local bar be a Victoria's Secret runway? Beer commercials sure know how to objectify women and pander to men. Maybe next time they include a disclaimer saying, warning, drinking our beer will not grant you a personal harem of bikini-clad models. Results may vary. So then LateBot combined the two topics and got a little edgy. Listen to this. Can you imagine Martha Stewart starring in a beer commercial? Yeah, product that pairs well with her impeccable taste and criminal record. Wow, LateBot. Forget wine pairings, she could teach us about the art of beer-influenced soufflés and IPA-marinated steaks. Who needs a frat bro when you have Martha telling you how to chill, grill, and perfectly fold a beer cozy? Those are really good for the AI. Dave Chappelle played San Francisco. The crowd started yelling. They yelled that they loved him. They yelled, hey, can you repeat some lines from your Comedy Central show? You know they're from 20 years ago? Audience, what is wrong with you? They yelled because they wanted to know what he thought of the homeless person who got sprayed with a hose in San Francisco earlier this year. Dave talked back to the audience, and he says he's played hundreds of shows in San Francisco using the city like an ATM whenever he needed a paycheck. He told a story about eating at an Indian restaurant in the Tenderloin district a few nights earlier, only to have someone defecate in front of the restaurant as he was walking in. He said San Francisco's become half Glee, half zombie movie. Y'all need a Batman. Dave said he was not aware of the incident of a business owner hosing down a homeless person and had to have the crowd explain it. He pivoted quickly, saying, oh yeah, he remembered it and watched it on YouTube 100 times. And then he did what the San Francisco Gate called a cruel snicker and his trademark slap of the mic against his thigh. All right, this next story is horrible. I don't want to do it, but we got to do it. The headline from Rolling Stone, Do Everything I Say. 10 women claim comedian Chris D'Elia preyed on them. 10 women tell Rolling Stone the 42-year-old comedian and podcaster left them traumatized. The FBI is looking into it. D'Elia denies the allegations. 10 women have shared new abuse allegations against Chris D'Elia, accusing the comedian of predatory behavior that included controlling their diets and pressuring them to get tattoos of his initials. In an investigation by Rolling Stone, the women came forward with allegations that D'Elia went so far as to monitor the locations, how they dressed, and when they slept. He also allegedly demanded explicit photos from the women at a moment's notice. The allegations are the latest in a long list against D'Elia, who has also been accused of sexual assault and grooming underage girls. D'Elia has refuted all the allegations, and now the FBI is investigating his behavior, Rolling Stone reported. I'm going to read verbatim from Rolling Stone. They write, for this piece, Rolling Stone has spoken with an additional 9 women who detailed experiences with D'Elia that have left them shaken, including 4 women who recall having unsettling encounters and communications with D'Elia when they were teenagers, parentheses. Some women, including those who have previously spoken out against D'Elia, declined to participate in this story, citing fear of D'Elia and legal reasons. Close parentheses. Several of the women alleged D'Elia took advantage of the godlike status he had with his fans for his personal sexual gratification, dangling tickets to his show to at least one woman who claims D'Elia outright asked if she would perform a sexual favor in exchange for the free seat. One fan alleges she was 28 when D'Elia pressured her into giving him oral sex before one of his shows. When she began to cry, she says D'Elia allegedly told her, if you just do everything I say, it'll all be okay. Another verbatim paragraph. In addition, Rolling Stone has learned the FBI has interviewed several of D'Elia's accusers and potential witnesses. In a statement to Rolling Stone, an FBI spokesperson said the agency neither confirms nor denies investigations to protect both the integrity of an investigation and the reputation to those potentially involved in it. D'Elia did not respond to this allegation. Just wow. Awful. No easy way to follow that up. Have you been paying attention to Matt Friend? He's a comedian with a lot of buzz on him right now. He does impressions. Among his impressions, one of Howard Stern. The clip of Matt Friend doing his Howard Stern impression on the Howard Stern show is making the rounds on the internet. I won't share it because Howard notoriously whacks down clips, especially if you want to try and find any clips of the old Howard, say the Howard that was wearing blackface. You can't find any of that. So I'm sure if I share with you the Matt Friend, I'll get a takedown here, and I don't want to do that. So just Google Matt Friend Howard Stern. It's very funny. You'll enjoy it. A.D. Amorosi writes comedy articles for the Philadelphia Weekly, does a great job with those. He recently spoke to Matt Friend and asked Matt, was there a first voice that you heard that rang a true note in your ear that made you curious to reproduce? And do you have perfect pitch? Matt said, it was Mike Myers as Austin Powers for me, Hank Azaria, Sir Lancelot and Spamalot, and Seth MacFarlane's Family Guy characters. He did not answer the perfect pitch question. All right, what do you look for or listen for in a voice? Matt said, I often look at who people are talking about. Who's the political figure that's gaining popularity? Who's the actor having viral moments or in a TV show everyone's talking about? In terms of building an impression, it's an obsessive thing. I'm constantly doing it. I devour late-night interviews, read a lot, listen to tons of tape. Then I talk and it develops. A little like practicing an instrument. Though I don't think of it as practice, it feels more like my personality. A.D. Amorosi says, doing the impression's one thing, making it funny beyond a character catchphrase, quite another. When I first went on stage, it was just voices. I'd do some impressions and get laughs because there was some raw talent, but now it's completely different. There's regular stand-up stories, crowd work, etc. The writing is just as important to me as the quality of the voices / impressions. In terms of building, it's about getting on stage as much as possible. I also develop lots of stories centered around my 250 plus impressions, some of which are centered around me actually meeting these celebrities. What's been the hardest impression to develop? Matt said, Howard Stern has taken time. He has such a particular rhythm and his voice is so recognizable to millions. It evolved, but now I have it down, and thankfully, Howard himself enjoys it too.
Hi, my name is TJ, and I host a daily radio show. I have a bunch of friends that join me for it every day, and believe it or not, we all still see hope in humanity. Are you one of these people too? We want to hang out with you. Just search for The TJ Show on your favorite podcasting platform, or join us at thetjshow.com. We would love to have you being hopeful about humanity with us. Here's a quick sample of what the show sounds like. Hey, welcome to The TJ. As you can tell, you need to hear more of it. Search for The TJ Show, and we can't wait to meet you.
I feel like the rhythm's off on today's podcast following that D'Elia story. No easy way to make this any fun, right? The Jamie Foxx thing is catching my eye. So the latest, Corinne Foxx, Jamie's daughter, posted on Instagram, sad to see how the media runs wild. My dad has been out of the hospital for weeks recuperating. In fact, he was playing pickleball. Deadline reports that Jamie and Corinne will be co-hosting a game show together. It's called We Are Family. It'll premiere in 2024. Concurrent to that, Jamie was supposed to host a game show called Beat Shazam. That's moving forward with a replacement host. No pictures of Jamie have surfaced, but a text statement on Instagram said, appreciate all the love, feeling blessed. Spidey sense is tingling here in the basement. We'll see. I hope he's doing okay. He was always super cool to me. Jay Leno's game show, You Bet Your Life, has paused production because of the writer's strike. Jay is a WGA member and announced via statement, as a member of the Writers Guild for almost 40 years, I truly understand and stand in solidarity with my fellow union members. For that reason, we are suspending production of our game show, You Bet Your Life, till such time when an agreement can be reached. I really feel off on the other side of that D'Elia story. I didn't read it to you. I did share it in the Facebook group, Daily Comedy News Podcast group. If you want to read the entire thing, you'll find the entire thing on Rolling Stone. But wow. All right. John Early has released a trailer for John Early Now More Than Ever. That'll be on HBO Max. Sorry, they're getting rid of the HBO Max part. Just Max. By the way, that's a mistake, guys. Like, when I tune in to watch Succession or Barry and I just see the Max logo without the HBO next to it, I just feel like I'm at the discount store. You're making a mistake. On Max, John Early, Now More Than Ever, Saturday, June 17th. John Early brings his unique blend of cutting commentary, pop star swagger, and all-around lovable hilarity to Brooklyn, New York. In the style of a gritty 1970s rockumentary, Early performs stand-up and explosive song covers from Britney Spears to Neil Young, intercut with Spinal Tap-esque backstage sketches. I tried to pull some clips from it, and they just weren't going to work in podcast form, but you'll find that out there. The Boston Comedy Festival continues. Zach Sherwin hosts the Crossword Show tonight at 7:30. It's a combination game/music/comedy show that plays up wordplay and Sherwin's knack for connecting seemingly disparate bits of trivia. That sounds like a good time. If you're in Dubai, go see Jim Jeffries. And boy, I just feel so... I'm going to skip the Sydney and New Zealand stuff today. I got to regroup. That story really bothered me. I'm going to leave you today with a massive, massive spoiler for Barry. If you haven't watched this week's Barry yet, why don't you leave? And I'll see you here tomorrow. For everybody who's still around, Barry spoiler in 3, 2, 1. Did you notice Bill Burr's voice in Barry? Yeah. On the most recent episode, again, massive spoiler coming up in the next sentence. While Barry, spoiler, travels back to L.A. with the intention of killing Gene Cousineau, he's listening to podcasts by preachers who discuss the subject of murder. Bill Burr plays Pastor Nick St. Angelo. It's that pastor who ends up validating Barry's desire to kill Cousineau. You hear Bill Burr's voice as the pastor, delivering his theological justification of murder with supreme confidence. If you're not watching Barry Season 4, it has been fantastic. All right, I'm going to go regroup. I'm really off. That really bothered me, that story. Follow the show for free on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. See you tomorrow.